Did you know that going to bed hungry might actually be destroying your brain cells? For years, fitness gurus and dietitians have told us to never eat after 8 p.m., claiming it causes weight gain and ruins our metabolism. But what if I told you that this popular advice is completely wrong when it comes to your brain health? Welcome back to Health and Wellness Secrets. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of sleep neurology and nutritional neuroscience. A prominent brain doctor has recently revealed the 5 exact foods you should never skip before bed if you want to protect your memory, enhance your cognitive function, and wake up feeling incredibly refreshed. This is not about eating heavy, greasy meals that keep you awake. This is about strategic, nutrient-dense foods that act as natural medicine for your brain. The paradox here is mind-blowing. While eating the wrong foods before bed will absolutely destroy your sleep architecture, eating the right foods actually accelerates brain recovery. When you sleep, your brain goes through a critical cleaning process called the glymphatic system, flushing out toxins that accumulate during the day. If you don't have the right nutrients and amino acids in your bloodstream, this cleaning process halts. Let's break down exactly what happens inside your head when you eat these 5 miraculous foods before hitting the pillow. Let's start with food number 1. And this one is a true neurological powerhouse: tart cherries, or specifically, tart cherry juice. Most people think of cherries as just a sweet summer snack, but in the medical community, tart cherries are recognized as one of the very few natural food sources of melatonin. Melatonin is the hormone that dictates your entire sleep-wake cycle, also known as your circadian rhythm. When the sun goes down, your pineal gland is supposed to produce melatonin to signal to your brain that it's time to sleep. But in our modern world, filled with artificial blue light from our phones and computers, our brains are constantly tricked into thinking it is still daytime. This suppresses melatonin production, leaving you tossing and turning for hours. By consuming a handful of tart cherries or a small glass of tart cherry juice about an hour before bed, you are directly introducing exogenous, natural melatonin into your bloodstream. But that's not all. Tart cherries are incredibly rich in antioxidants, specifically anthocyanins, which give them their deep red color. These antioxidants cross the blood-brain barrier and reduce neuroinflammation. Chronic inflammation in the brain is one of the leading causes of brain fog, memory loss, and even long-term cognitive decline. Studies have shown that older adults who consume tart cherry juice experience significantly improved sleep duration and better cognitive performance the next day. It is essentially a natural sleeping pill without any of the groggy side effects. Associated with synthetic pharmaceuticals, the synergistic effect of the melatonin and the antioxidants creates the perfect biological environment for your brain to slip into deep, restorative, slow-wave sleep. If you have been struggling with insomnia, replacing your evening glass of wine with tart cherry juice might be the single most effective change you can make for your neurological health. Moving on to food number 2, we have a surprising tropical fruit that has sleep researchers absolutely stunned: the kiwi. You might be wondering, how on earth does a green, fuzzy fruit help my brain sleep? The secret lies in a powerful neurotransmitter called serotonin. Serotonin is often called the happy chemical because it stabilizes our mood and promotes feelings of well-being. But what most people don't realize is that serotonin is the direct biochemical precursor to melatonin. Your body cannot produce melatonin if it doesn't have enough serotonin first. Kiwis happen to be phenomenally high in serotonin. In a fascinating clinical trial, researchers had participants eat exactly 2 kiwis 1 hour before bedtime every night for 4 weeks. The results were nothing short of miraculous. The participants fell asleep 42% faster than the control group. Their total sleep time increased by 13%, and their ability to sleep through the night without waking up improved significantly. But the brain benefits of kiwi don't stop at serotonin. They are also packed with folate, a B vitamin that is absolutely crucial for the synthesis of DNA and neurotransmitters. A deficiency in folate has been linked to restless leg syndrome and insomnia. By eating kiwis, you are providing your nervous system with the exact raw materials it needs to calm down. Furthermore, kiwis are loaded with vitamin C and other potent antioxidants. Just like the tart cherries, these antioxidants fight off the oxidative stress that your brain accumulates after a long, stressful day of thinking and problem solving. When you eat kiwis before bed, you are essentially giving your brain a chemical bath of relaxation and repair. It is a simple, delicious, and scientifically proven way to hack your sleep cycle and protect your cognitive longevity. Now, let's talk about food number 3, which is actually a category of incredibly brain-boosting snacks: tree nuts, specifically walnuts and pistachios. If you look at a walnut, it remarkably resembles a human brain, and nature is rarely a coincidence. Walnuts are one of the best plant-based sources of omega-3 fatty acids, particularly alpha-linolenic acid. Your brain is made up of nearly 60% fat, and it desperately needs high-quality fats to maintain the structural integrity of its cell membranes. When you eat walnuts before bed, you are providing the building blocks for neurogenesis, the creation of new brain cells, which predominantly happens while you sleep. But the real magic for sleep comes from pistachios. Did you know that pistachios contain the highest amount of melatonin of any nut? A small handful of pistachios contains enough natural melatonin to rival many over-the-counter supplements. In addition to melatonin and healthy fats, both walnuts and pistachios are loaded with magnesium. Magnesium is often referred to as nature's relaxation mineral. It plays a critical role in over 300 enzymatic reactions in the human body, but its most important job at night is regulating the parasympathetic nervous system. It binds to gamma-aminobutyric acid, or GABA, receptors in the brain. GABA is an inhibitory neurotransmitter that essentially tells your nervous system to calm down, stop overthinking, and prepare for rest. If you suffer from racing thoughts at night or physical tension in your muscles, you are likely deficient in magnesium. By eating a small portion of these nuts an hour before bed, you deliver a triple threat of omega-3s for brain repair, melatonin for sleep initiation, and magnesium for deep nervous system relaxation. It is a nutritional masterpiece for your nighttime biology. Food number 4 might surprise you because it is traditionally considered a breakfast food: oats. Yes, a small warm bowl of oatmeal before bed can work wonders for your brain. But wait, aren't carbohydrates bad before bed? Not if they are the right kind. Oats are a complex carbohydrate, which means they break down slowly in your digestive tract, providing a steady, gentle release of glucose into your bloodstream. This slow release prevents the massive insulin spikes that disrupt your sleep architecture. But the real reason oats are on this list is their relationship with an essential amino acid called tryptophan. You have probably heard of tryptophan in relation to turkey and feeling sleepy after a Thanksgiving meal. Tryptophan is the building block for serotonin, which, as we discussed, becomes melatonin. However, tryptophan has a hard time getting into the brain because it competes with other amino acids to cross the blood-brain barrier. When you eat a complex carbohydrate like oats, your body releases a small amount of insulin. This insulin causes your tissues to absorb most of those competing amino acids, leaving the tryptophan free to cross the blood-brain barrier unimpeded. Once inside the brain, it goes straight to work, producing the serotonin and melatonin you need to sleep deeply. Furthermore, oats naturally contain a significant amount of melatonin themselves, and they are a great source of B vitamins, which assist in this entire neurological conversion process. A small bowl of warm oatmeal, perhaps topped with some tart cherries and walnuts, creates the ultimate sleep-inducing, brain-healing meal. It provides comfort, satiety, and the precise biochemical triggers your brain requires to shut down effectively. Finally, we arrive at food number 5. High-quality dairy, specifically Greek yogurt or warm milk. For centuries, a warm glass of milk before bed has been a classic home remedy for insomnia, and modern neuroscience has finally proven exactly why this works. Dairy products are incredibly rich in calcium. While we usually associate calcium with strong bones, it plays a vital role in the brain. Calcium helps the brain use the amino acid tryptophan to manufacture melatonin. Without adequate calcium, the conversion process is inefficient, meaning even if you eat tryptophan-rich foods, you might not produce enough sleep hormones. Greek yogurt in particular is an excellent choice because it is packed with protein. The slow-digesting casein protein in Greek yogurt provides a steady stream of amino acids to your muscles and your brain throughout the night, aiding in cellular repair. It prevents you from waking up hungry in the middle of the night, a common problem that spikes cortisol and ruins deep sleep. It also contains probiotics, which support the gut microbiome. We now know that the gut-brain axis is crucial for mental health, and a healthy gut produces over 90% of your body's serotonin. By nourishing your gut bacteria before bed, you are indirectly supporting your brain's emotional and neurological stability. So, to summarize this incredible medical revelation, tart cherries for direct melatonin and inflammation reduction, kiwis for a massive serotonin boost, walnuts and pistachios for omega-3s and